Yes. Good. All right. Today I will present to you one of the projects that I've been working for since 2011 in Haga Helia. A little bit about my background is communication and media. Maybe you remember international project management. I have a master's degree from Sibelius Academy in Arts Management. And when I was hired in Haga Helia in 2010, I think my skills and especially my master's degree from Sibelius Academy in Arts Management gave my supervisor, Kaya Linter, the idea that I could coordinate that new specialization program that she has been pitched to by a company behind the Swedish theater. I'll tell about this shortly. So when reading the curriculum, the green booklet that we have, one word I have underlined, one sentence I have underlined is that first one: vocational teacher or teachers are expected to possess a research and development attitude and approach to the work and operational environment. So I realized also in Haga Helia through my work that many of my colleagues and I were expected to have that research and development approach. We have a research and development unit in Haga Helia that funds projects. So this is a source of income also that we can get from the ministry and other sources. So if you have an innovative idea, our research and development and innovation unit can help you in making it happening. So I will be discussing some of the main points of this development task I undertook in 2011, which is called the Culture Export Management Program. And this specialization program is a 2-year specialization that students can take in their second year, and it's an innovative approach, an innovative program where it's a cooperation between Haga Helia, University of Applied Sciences, and ACE Production, a limited company behind the Swedish Theater of Helsinki, Svenska Teater, and other cultural stakeholders. So this I will be explaining you a little bit the structure and the curriculum development. But the background is that, are you familiar with this man? Yeah. Mm-hmm. So Johan Storgård, director of the Swedish Theater, a former actor and playwright, is the manager of this place, the theater director, the Swedish Theater. And he approached Haga Helia Porvoo campus with an idea. Actually, it was an idea that he pitched to another school, but it was not possible for their degree programs and their curriculums to implement it. Some of you have been to Porvoo campus and you've seen our innovative building, but also our approach in learning. So I will be describing this criteria and this in this presentation, hopefully touching upon the criteria that this research-based development task has set. And I'll start by the foundations, why we started this cooperation with Johan Storgård approached us. So first of all, Haga Helia University of Applied Sciences has, as every organization has, its vision and mission. And very clearly, the mission of Haga Helia states that we educate experts with customer service, strong sales and entrepreneurial skills. Our research and development innovation activities focus on innovative products, services, and business operation that benefit business and the society. So that was a starting point, and I could highlight there the words sales, innovative products, benefit of business and society. So these keywords, and especially when you're making a presentation, a project plan to ask for money, whether it's from the government or any other authority, I always believe, and that's, I think, the right way to do. When I teach project management also, I say to the students that when you're asking for a grant, you always have to see the strategic vision and mission of the organization, and then try to take a couple of keywords from there and say that how your project is going to contribute to the vision and mission of the organization. So the Culture Export Management project started in the hopes of increasing the sales skills of the students and becoming an innovative product, educational product, and that would have benefited the society and business. And since the Research and Development Innovation Unit of Haga Helia is receiving money from the Ministry of Education, the Ministry of Education and Culture has already set a few development targets. So for me, when I was planning this, when I was giving this task to be the coordinator of this program, it doesn't mean that the program existed. So I had nothing to build it upon. Sibelius Academy had only one course focusing on music export, one 3-credit course talking about how you export music and the issues related to that. But I had the background, my supervisor felt that I could do my research and produce something, ask for the money from our Research Innovation Center and produce something concrete that our students could participate in. And I had to see what the Ministry of Education and Culture said. So I think that what we were trying to do and aiming at doing fitted very well what the Ministry of Education and Culture had already in mind in their own policy papers and Finland's Culture Export Promotion Program 2007-2011. So all the 6 points were taken into consideration, and other national initiatives and policy papers. This is a list. I can have the list also sent to you as references, where you can find information either online. Many are in Finnish, but many also are in English. So these are a few papers from the policy level and strategic national level that I was reading through in order to understand what is the aim of Finland and Finland's national image and brand image of what they're trying to do, so that we can accomplish that in order to get their money. That's the idea. You always have to have a reason that why would they give money to you? Why would they fund your application and not some of the thousands of other projects that they're being presented to them? And then IELTS Production, just a couple of words about this company. It's a limited company behind the Swedish theater, specializing in producing and licensing of content of theater plays and musicals. They have exclusive rights for certain regions, Finland, Nordics, EU, Russia, and around the world of specific plays. So they have the right to the music, maybe the right to the notes, like unique works of music, maybe rights to a designer set. So these are the things that they're selling. They're selling the play, the manuscript, or the musical notes, or the design set. And then they go to different theaters around the world and say, this is what we can offer to you. Would you like to have this show, Chaplin, for example, that Johan has written, one of the plays he has recently written in your theater. And then it's a licensing agreement that they engage in. So basically for us in Haga Helia, now that we set the foundation and we saw that what we need to do or what we want to do as Haga Helia, what our potential business partner ACE Production wants, and then what the Ministry of Education and Culture aims at doing, we formulated these drivers of what was our interest in this project. So first of all, we wanted the cooperation and co-creation to take place between the business and an educational institution, which is the mission of Haga Helia. These are taxpayers, so every taxpayer and also businesses that help us to fund this education that we provide to the students in order to establish and so create from scratch, but also to transform culture export management. There's lots of courses and degree programs in arts management. There is HUMA, has a similar, University of Blind Sides is HUMA, a similar arts management program or culture production, where the students work for festivals and arts organization, but there was no educational program regarding export. And export, we talk about export, it means sales. How you take a play from Finland or a designer from Finland or a culture creative product or person or service, and you take that to the international market. So that was what we identified the gap, that there was many degree programs and master's level and bachelor's level in culture production, but nothing in international sales, so taking this from being produced locally to the international market. So we wanted our students to have also a business-oriented approach with very strong culture export skills and competences, passion for the culture and creative industries. Those were even some of the requirements for the students that we recruited. And we wanted acquired learning as a pedagogical approach that we have in Haaga-Heinola Porvoo campus, mainly meaning learning by doing from real projects given to us by ACE Production, our business partner. And I'll tell you some of the structure of this specialization and then some of the concrete outcomes that we have reached. So the Culture Export Management Specialization Program have the aim of training professionals in exporting culture products in the international market. And the objectives were for the students to get both theoretical and practical skills in a number of areas. When we talk about export, just to clarify, we were thinking what is the right term to use, because export, maybe it sounds, I think that it's a very catchy word and very short, and people have an idea what is an export, but this doesn't mean in this context that we take a play from Finland, let's say a musical, and we take it to China, as we have done in Shanghai, and we bring the Finnish actors to play in Shanghai in English. That's not culture export. What we do, and the word here, the keyword is exchanges. So when the product, the three products that I mentioned, the manuscript, the notes, the designer set, are being sold to a theater or to a production company, then there is a casting to find, for instance, local actors and local people to perform. There's somebody who will translate it, a translator. There is a dramaturg that will adapt the play to the Chinese reality or to the Scottish dialect and nuances of the word. So it's more of a culture exchanges. But I think that the name culture exchanges management, perhaps it would be too unclear. So culture export management became the name of this specialization program, with this specification that export in reality means this exchange, not something that is taken from here or there. Otherwise, it would be a tour. So the implementation timetable, the first intake of students, the pilot phase was done from 2011 to 2013, and this year, January, we had the second intake of students. The budget for this project was 60,000 euros. Mainly, this money here is included my salary. Some of my salaries, not all my working hours go to this because I teach so many other courses. But mainly, the main budget item there in the breakdown is the fee, a fee that we pay to ACE Production, because they that was their concept. And what they're bringing is they're bringing the experts, they're bringing, and I'll show you a list shortly about the guest lectures we have, the visits we have had. So they bring very high class, high quality guest lectures to provide the content for the students, plus the projects. I can tell perhaps later on some more critical comments regarding that, but this was the budget that I was handling. And if we think about the curriculum design and approach, we would be in this upper right quadrant. The research-based curriculum emphasizes students undertaking inquiry-based learning. And so student focus is the main point or the focal point, and the students work in real projects for the commissioner in order to achieve their learning objectives. And I'm just the coordinator, making sure that the communication takes place well. Okay, so the Culture Export Management Specialization Program, this is things that I have built with communicating with my supervisors, with degree program directors, but it was my responsibility to really create the structure of the program, the courses, the outline. So
what we agreed is that the specialization studies, these are 6 3-credit courses, would be 18 credits. And then the students would do a work placement in the culture and creative industries for 30 credits. That's part already of their bachelor's degree. They have to do this. And they have to write a thesis. So those 2 they have to do. But once they're accepted in the culture export management program, they have to do them in culture-related or creative industry-related topics and organizations. And then just to clarify, probably you know, or maybe not, that 1 credit means 27 hours for the work of the students. So all in all, this package of 63 credits is 1,701 hours that student has to put in place. And this is distributed by 1.5 years of studies. So I will open now the one bubble there that said specialization studies, and specialization studies consists of 6 3-credit courses that in their students' study plan, they substitute courses that, for instance, that they're similar, so their colleagues who do not take this specialization have a similar course, but these students focus on culture export and creative industries in specific. So business operating models in culture industries is one of their courses. Marketing and sales of culture products. So for instance, when their colleagues are doing marketing 1, this group is doing marketing and sales of culture products in particular. So they don't follow marketing, but they follow marketing of culture products. So they have this 6 specialized courses for them. So when their colleagues are making project management, they do project management in culture industries. This for the first semester. So 3 courses take place in the first semester and 3 courses not in the first semester, in their second year. And then in the other semester of their second year is creative project. Strategic models for culture export, only. Legal issues in culture export. Here we see the students from 2011. There were 10 students from Porvoo campus, international business, tourism, but also 3 students from Haga, and it was an international group, Russia, Vietnam, Hungary, Finland, Germany. But this year, it has been mainly a Finnish-dominated group with only 1 student from Puerto Rico, and our Swedish-speaking student was half Jewish, half Finnish, Swedish-speaking, and 1 open path student, which means that a student that pays 150 euros to study as much as she wants in Haaga-Helia. She has already a master's degree, so very good background. These are this year's group of students. This year we are in Svenska Teater seeing Mulan, Chinese ensemble that came from China to present the story of Mulan. Here we are in the Porvoo Jazz Festival. And here you see we have been visiting Mamma Mia. We get free tickets to really nice events. And the students, and this is the Ears on Helsinki, European Asian Roundtable Sessions conference a few weeks ago. And here you see some of the very important guest lectures that we had from the Ministry of Education and Culture, Kimmo Aulake. He has been the co-chairman of the European Union's working group on the culture and creative industries export, Juha Sturgård, Kati Usirauva from FinPro, film and audiovisual export, Petra Thurman, music export, Finland, Pauliina Ahokas, currently in Tampere Musiikkitalo, many people, and lots of interesting projects that our students have been doing throughout this year, from 2011 until today. These are the projects that the students are doing now. They're finding ways to have a tour in the UK for Chaplin that was performed at the Edinburgh Fringe Festival this summer, and they loved it, and many theaters in UK wanted to have it in their cities, and also licensing agreements in UK and the Nordics. And also the students are very active in social media and blogging. I trained them well. And a study trip to Berlin that it's in the next 2 weeks. We're going to Berlin. Students have been making lots of interesting work placements as well. in different organizations. And here you see some pictures. So they traveled a lot, and they've been working for really nice companies. They have made very nice theses. The first two have been excellent, given 5 by both evaluators. The first is a 4, and the second and the third is a 5. And Didi's thesis, the fourth one, is Thuban, which says there it's coming up. And I will close with this. The students, I created a blog for them to write about what's happening in this unique specialization program. So you can find cultureexportmanagement.wordpress.com and read our blog. Really nice content. We have already 4,913 hits, is our blog statistics. And the students are documenting their guest lectures, visits to all culture organizations, work placement through this blog. And they have developed their own logo also, so we have a logo, and we're very active in all social media. You can check it out under social, under Culture Export Management, or CEM. And you see all the nice things that the students are making. Then we had a press conference in the early days when the first intake took place, and the students took care of organizing everything from the catering. It was in spring, so they made all the food and the decorations. And then Juhan, Kaya, my supervisor, degree program director, and I were speaking in the panel to the journalists. And we had also Krista Singfrids to perform for us, because she started her career in the Swedish theater. So she gave a performance for us on campus. And we had also, I have more articles, but I didn't put them here. This is one article in Swedish. Porvoo campus sells Finnish plays all over the world, says the title. And Henrik Westermark, a journalist, explains what this project is about. The students, as an outcome and result of this development task, have been given lots of employment opportunities from their work placements. Lots of doors were open to them in different fields. And student feedback, we had a survey conducted for 2011 student group that finished their studies, and they all gave 4.6, almost excellent feedback for the project, and partners feedback and Haaga-Helia feedback also. Here, if I would play maybe one video.
No, we are
okay.
all ready.
Okay, but yeah, okay. But this presentation will be available, so you can check. Some of you seen these videos already, so we made those videos to promote the program. Thank you. Questions?
So it was originally designed for the degree students, wasn't it?
Yes.
And then, but is